Hey everybody, so I'm going to start off by saying that the first time I made this, I actually went through and made the project, and it ended up being over 15 minutes long, so this is more of a condensed version of that video. So, to start off with, we have Venngage, which is a very helpful tool. It's free to use. For most features, it's free, and it makes very nice infographics to help explain content or material that you want to get across. Now, to sign up, it's really easy. All you need to do is click in. It'll have you go through making a different account and everything. It'll go through and it'll ask you to pick specific designs that you like. So when it does that, it comes up with specific ones it wants to recommend for you and ones that it thinks you'll like. It'll go through ones that it likes and the staff likes, and then it'll come up with all the different kinds of layouts that you can have. It has many categories, not just infographics, but presentations, report diagrams, and so on and so forth. There are so many different options for what you could do on here that it's almost endless. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click over here to my designs. As you can see, I got a little paranoid when I started making it, and it kind of made 2 copies of it. So what I thought about was my students at the end of the year. I'm always rushing through my last unit with my 6th graders, which is a unit on Newton's laws of motion. And one thing that I really want to do is pre-assess what knowledge the students might already have. Or I could use this as a tool at the end of the unit to help them explain what each of Newton's laws are. So, what I did was I made an infographic about each of Newton's 3 laws of motion. So I started out by looking for a layout that I liked, and I found one that was about how to make an infographic, which was kind of funny, and it kind of took me step by step through how to make it. As you can see, as I scroll down here, you can see there's different colors of different backgrounds that there are. There are different pictures that I've uploaded, and there is content that I added myself. When you go in, it can let you pick specific color schemes that you want. As you can see, I chose this color scheme. You can add text boxes in different kinds of fonts, different kind of ways to have it. You can add icons, which are just kind of like little clip art picture type things to your different areas of your infographic. Let's go up and close that because it's forever. There are charts that you can add. You can create any kind of chart pretty much you can imagine, and probably some that you didn't think of. You can add maps of all the different areas. US and Canada are free. If you want to go outside the US and Canada, you'll have to pay for a membership. For the backgrounds, I'm actually going to change this a little bit because I don't like it like 100%. There we go. That's a little better. So, as you can see, you can not only choose the colors and gradients in ways that it'll go, but you can also choose patterning that it'll show up in the background. I'll scroll down a little bit so you can see. So now you can see I picked this triangular square diamond pattern that will fall behind it, and it makes it just the gradient a little less sharp than it was before. You can upload images of your own. With the free version, you can upload up to 6 pictures. You can see my pictures are right here, and all of the pictures have showed up on my page right here. You can also do photo searches and search for different photos. Icon charts, so it allows you to choose different charts based on the pictures that you want. And there's an option to make it interactive. I opted not to make this one interactive, mostly because I figured it would be cool to have students print them out and kind of show them around the room as kind of like a walkabout. I'm going to very quickly scroll up and down this so you can see how it's created. Originally when this came up, this had a 6 in the middle, so even these are easily editable. Your tools up here, you can see, allow you to move things forward and backwards, just like on PowerPoint. You can underline, italicize, you can change the different fonts, pretty much anything that you could do in any of your Microsoft Word software. Oops. Let's move that back into space. Okay. So on this poster, and what I would want my students to be able to recreate on their own, I have Newton's first law. I described what exactly it was, and honestly I probably would like to move something into the background on that, kind of like up here. And then I explained what it meant for each of the different laws. There's the second law explanation, and finally the third law and the third law explanation. Down at the bottom it had a small little spot where it allowed you to go in here and basically just write something. It was actually a link to a video editor when it was originally made. If you want to publish it, you can always preview what it would look like first, so you can see here's what my poster would look like. You can share it with people, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest. You can download it so that you can print it off, and it's a really easy way to make flyers for your school. Or you can change the settings. Now, if I didn't want it to be portrait, I could change it to landscape. I could manually choose it to be a specific size for if you needed to print it off on a copier, or you can choose the sizing yourself as you go along. All in all, this was a really cool system that allowed you to make very professional looking posters and flyers and infographics. So I'm really impressed with the software itself. I hope you guys enjoyed my video, and it was a little less boring than me sitting here and typing the whole time. Thank you.